Where is this relationship going? Okay, so I have 3 piles here. Relax, and the first pile you're drawn to is a pile for you. We have pile number 1, pile number 2, and pile number 3. So let's get started with pile number 1. And let's see where this relationship is going. First, okay, so we have playfulness, recapture romance, allow your inner youthful spirit of fun to shine. Worth waiting for, divine timing is at work in your love life. Let friends help you, ask for and accept support from others. A lot of fire energy, so either you or them may be a fire sign. Okay, so where is this relationship going? Okay, so let's see. So I do feel like this is either a new relationship, just right off the bat. This is either a new relationship, or maybe this is someone who you are hoping to reconnect with or wanting to reconnect with. Okay, it says let your friends help you, ask and accept for support from others. I do feel like you may be having a hard time reading this person. Maybe you don't understand them fully, and maybe you're trying to make assumptions on how they are or their behavior, or trying to make sense of it. I do want to recommend that you let your friends help you, obviously because the card is saying so, but also because I do think that the feelings that you get may not be completely correct. Like, you may read them based off past experiences, but this person has a different reason for acting the way that they do. Okay, worth waiting for. Divine timing is at work in your love life. Okay, so I do think it's important to pay attention to timing. You know, maybe right now is not the right time for this relationship, or maybe there's been a lot of time or distance in the relationship for you. So you may be concerned with the amount of timing that has kind of happened between you, or the distance that has happened between you guys. Maybe this person is a little bit distant, especially as we have Taurus energy here. Tauruses often have a hard time expressing emotions, playfulness. So one thing I do want to say about this card is this person has a hard time with, like, maybe you have a playful energy about you, or maybe you joke and you guys don't understand each other's humor. It could be the other person also, so maybe they're joking or you don't understand their humor. So I do think that maybe one of you is taking the humor part of it in the wrong context, and it's a little bit, one of you guys are more sensitive to each other's humor. Okay, so like if you're making jokes or they're making jokes, maybe one of you are feeling very sensitive to it, and it's very hard for that kind of. So I do feel like this person has trouble expressing their emotions, or it could be you. A lot of mixed energy with this reading. So it could be that they have trouble expressing emotions, or you may have trouble expressing your emotions, making it hard for the other person to read. This person does care a lot for you, and there is a wanting of making this relationship come into fruition. The 9 of Cups. But I'm gonna say right off the bat, honesty, I do feel like you guys are too different and have too much of a hard time understanding each other. So maybe, and because of that, I don't see this progressing into a long-term relationship. I want to say at all, but it also could be right now, because timing is just completely different. And if it is going to progress into a long-term relationship, it's not going to be for years and years, maybe down the road. So if you do feel a super strong connection to this person, because I feel that you do, they do also, but I don't feel that they want to, with all these wands in the reverse, I don't feel that they want to make the effort in communicating fully or understanding you fully. This person does seem to have a kind of stubborn, kind of stuck in their ways attitude. But the wanting and caring is there for the person. This person cares for you, but they're not willing to go the extra mile to get to know you. They're not willing to go to the extra mile to really give this relationship a chance. It's like they want it and they think that you're a good candidate for a long-term relationship and an overall, partner and someone to be with, but they are very stuck in their ways, and that is what's really causing the disconnection, is just how much effort they're not willing to give. And I don't feel like it's personal to you. I feel like this person's just stuck in their ways in general. They want someone who's going to kind of bow down to them. They want someone who's going to do all the work in the relationship. I almost feel like this person, should not be in a relationship right now, because they do have a lot of healing and growth to, go through. Now, I do want to say that I do think that if you continue this relationship or you keep it going in these moments, in this time, is that you will be the one putting in a lot of effort, and you will be the one being more emotionally hurt. So just be careful of that energy. Again, it's not anything like personal towards you, so try not to take it in a personal. Try to look at them from a perspective of like a greater perspective. Try to, look at them as this person needs healing and not take it personal, because it's very hard with the behavior. Like this is kind of toxic behavior, but it's also kind of like a lot of emotional immaturity. Okay, so those are not really words I like to use during readings, because we all have our growing periods, but I do feel that for this pile, so I'm just going to be honest with what I see. Okay, so it's like they want you, they have a lot that they want to say to you, and there's a lot that they feel like should be worked on or should be fixed in the relationship, but they don't have the courage to make the effort to do it. Like, they're very lazy when it comes to growth, and they're also very lazy when it comes to communication. So that's the part that they have, and that's the part that you're struggling with them, is that this communication, lack of communication, lack of expressing themselves, lack of expressing their emotions. This person does have a kind of egotistical behavior, but they also are focused on other things like work and, rebuilding their life and just kind of getting things back on track for them, that they kind of just think you're always going to be around with this Nine of Cups energy. They think you're always going to be around. They think you're always going to put in the work. They kind of expect you to put in the work, and they kind of expect you to make the effort. And because I think that you are waking up to that and realizing that, I see you disconnecting, but they think that you're always going to be there too. So that's why they are lazy. And I feel like even if you do put in all the work, they're just going to keep kind of leeching off that behavior. So I don't see this being a long-term relationship, like I said. And I also, maybe this can pick up in the future. Choice is yours. Energy is always changing. However, I just don't see enough to keep this relationship going right now. And I also think that if it is going to be in the future, it has to be way in the future for the amount of growth that needs to take place here. Okay, so for pile number 1, I'm so sorry to deliver this kind of news, but I think it's best for you and them, for you to understand them also. Okay, so for pile number 2, where is this relationship going? So we have, give your relationship a chance. Children, your love life is being affected by children. And religious factors, this is in the reverse. Your love life is being influenced by your religious upbringing and spiritual path. Okay, so let's look in the reverse. Okay, so if it's not any of these signs, also I'm seeing air sign element come up too. So it could be any of those signs that I listed or those placements in their chart. Okay, so it says give your relationship a chance, work on your partnership. So the first thing that I do want to say with these is that you have to allow, like, I feel like you've done enough work already. I feel like you put in your effort, you've done enough work. The relationship is kind of out of your control at this point. Okay, so like you kind of have to allow them to kind of step up. You really have to, you know, either allow them for their growth or healing, or allow them to kind of step up and do their part now. Okay, we have religious factors. So you may think that these are the issues, that maybe there's some kind of religious difference, cultural difference, difference in beliefs, maybe there's difference in upbringing, culture, all that stuff. So you may think that this is an issue or was an issue, or you may still kind of think, well, maybe this is why this person is backed away, this is why this person is detached, this is why this person is this, is all of those things, but that is not the issue. So try not to really hold that to a strong degree, because that is not the main thing. There, I see more growth and more. Same thing with children, okay? So maybe there's children involved, maybe there's difference of views on wanting children. Maybe, you know, you guys don't agree with parenting or children, or you wanting children, they wanting children. You may have also thought that this could be a major factor of to why this relationship is not working out or why things aren't progressing, but this also is not the reason. So the first thing that is tugging at me is I do see there's non-expressing of emotions. Okay. There may have been also some kind of fight or argument that has happened recently. There may have been something that happened specifically to shake up this relationship. Some kind of fight or argument to shake up the situation. Something may have happened, and I do feel like you are taking a lot of blame, or a lot of harshly or negatively, may have a strong negative impact on your mental state, that whatever happened between you guys, that this is, you know, why it's not working, this is a big deal for you. But I kind of want you to let this go, because there's other factors at play here. So try not to take it too personally. Okay, so there's Virgo energy here. This person is having trouble expressing their emotions. This person wants to communicate things to you. So that's the main issue, is you have to let them come forward to communicate and open up to you, because you kind of have done your part. You kind of showed things. I do think there are maybe some things, you know, that could have been done differently, but it doesn't matter at this point. I do sense some toxic behavior with the Devil card here, but I also do want to say that this person is kind of fixed and stuck in their ways. I do believe that you have showed them through your actions on how you feel about the relationship, and they know that and they understand that. So that's why I say, you know, you've done your part, and it's kind of best to let them do their part. This person has always kind of fought for freedom. They maybe they wanted to maintain their freedom for a long time, and they really didn't want to put in the work or the effort, and now they're realizing the impact that has had. They are feeling very emotional about the situation. They are feeling that they have messed up with you. They are feeling, you know, this is kind of keeping them up at night. This is something that is very, very intense energy for them, and they are going through it right now. So that's why I say it's best for you to just kind of like back off and let them deal with it. This person has seemed to give a lot of mixed signals also, and that is one thing that is very hard on the situation, very hard on you, and very hard on them. So again, there's a lot of mixed energy going on here. So, but I do want to say where I see this relationship going is, I do see this relationship becoming something, and I do see this relationship working out, but not in this moment. And the reason that I say that is because where you guys are at is two completely different places. I honestly, if I can give a time frame, and please don't quote me on this because time is an illusion. So I do want to say it could be 6 months, but most likely a year from now is when I do see that this person will make the effort, and this person will come forward, and this person will want to really fix and change the situation with you. There is mutual attraction here. There is chemistry, a lot of chemistry in this relationship. This person, there may be these factors at play for you guys, but this person does have enough love and care for you to not allow those to become the problem. Because this relationship to them on that aspect is like deeper, but there is still a lot of ego, pride, growth that needs to take place before the relationship can progress. So honestly, there's not a lot that you can do. I do believe that you have stated how you feel. I do believe that you have showed how you feel. So there's not a lot that you can do. If you have not stated how you feel, and because I do see a lot of closed off energy and maybe mixed signals, if you are the person who has not stated how you feel, I do recommend going back and at least saying how you feel. And then from there, you know, let that person, give them their space, let them grow and let them heal, and then, you know, detach. Because let them do their part, I should say, not detach, but allow them to do their part. But this person does have a lot of trouble expressing emotions also. And I say also because maybe, like I said, I do get a little bit of energy that maybe you haven't fully expressed how you feel, to maybe you feel you were being clear, but I do feel like there's some misconceptions a little bit on both parts, but more on their part. Like they just are not budging. There's a lot of pride. There's a lot of ego. There's a lot of not wanting to express emotions and just really stay stuck in that energy. So you have to allow them to grow and to heal. So I hope this gives you some kind of clarity. Please let me know how this resonates with you in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching. Okay, so for pile number 3, where is this relationship going? Okay, so I have 3 here. So we have separation. Time apart from your partner is on the horizon. New love. A new person has stirred your romantic feelings. It is safe for you to love. Open your heart. Okay, so we have strength here. Could be a Leo, you or them. Okay, we have Queen of Pentacles here. Okay, we have 4 of Cups in the reverse. Okay, so separation. So first thing I do want to say is since I do feel like this is an old, like talking about someone already, like obviously where is this relationship going? There's already somebody in mind. So you may have been in separation from your partner or may just about to kind of go on a little bit of a no contact, but I don't want you to be alarmed by this, okay? So don't hold that too much because I do see other cards at play. It says it is safe for you to love, open your heart, give and receive the highest energy of all. So this is in the reverse, okay? So the first thing that I want to say is that go into this. I do feel like this is an ending of a cycle, but a new cycle that's going to be starting. So I do see this being positive, but I do want to say that have a little bit of a guard up. It is okay to kind of make this person work for it, but do not do it to a super strong degree to where the relationship gets pushed away. Because I do see this becoming a new cycle, a new situation, a new relationship basically. But a new relationship with this person. The person is starting to feel confident, and this is why I say that keep your guard up, but don't keep it up too high and don't keep it up to where like nobody can get through. Because you may be on like total defense mode, like where you're just like no one's coming through. So with this person, they have gathered the strength that they have not had in a really long time, almost maybe ever. This person has really gone through it. They have really had the trials and tribulations. They have faced the hurt, they have gone through the growth, they have gone through the healing. Again, that's why I think there was so much separation between you two, is because there was so much growth and healing going on. It may be to the point, there may have been so much separation to the point to where you feel like that there was no hope, or this relationship was not going anywhere and nothing was going to happen, but I do believe that to be opposite. Yeah, there's a lot of communication that wants to come through, a lot of thoughts. Okay, this person thinks about you all the time. They feel guilty for a lot of things in the relationship, and I think that guiltiness is something that has also given them strength, because it's also an awareness. So I do believe that things have changed or are changed. If you are kind of on the position with the separation where you're just kind of on, I still feel like you're maybe in no contact right now. So is where you're still probably in no contact, or you were just completely on no contact for a long time and you're just reaching out of that. Because I see that there was a lot of separation here. But again, a new cycle is forming. Okay, so we have the Queen of Swords here. You know, be very grounded in your thoughts. I do feel like they are thinking a lot. So that's one thing. Even though they have the strength and the energy to, you know, put forth the effort to come back, and they are going to, I do believe this person is going to put a lot more effort in. Be really calculated in how your next move, like really, what I mean by that is really think about it, really rationalize it. Don't just, as soon as they come to you, or as soon as they start expressing things to you, or as soon as they open up to you, do not be quick to react to them. Okay, so that's a big warning that I want to talk about with this pile, is do not react off their moves. Even if they do something funny or silly, or maybe what you think is like what may frustrate you or irritate you, just know that they are coming back in a new energy that they've worked so hard for. So like, this person wants to come back and prove to you. This person wants to come back strong. This person wants to come back. I guess maybe you've projected the energy of, if this is going to work, you have to put in that effort. So basically, they've connected with that thought that you put out there, and they're coming back in that energy. So when they come back in that energy, try not to react off something they're doing, because you just have to remember, you guys are completely different and you guys may react differently. Okay, so that's super important. Okay, so we have they're strong, but they're not completely emotionally balanced. They are emotional, stable in their emotions, how they feel for you. Their thoughts are, they're getting a lot of synchronicities. They're feeling very compelled by the universe to do this. They're feeling very strong. And the reason why I say they're not completely emotional is because they feel emotional in the fact that they have messed things up with you, which I think is good, that they are realizing that, and that they are realizing where, like, they are really seeing that, and they feel very strong in that energy. So they're balanced in the way that they feel for you, the fact that they want you, and the fact they want to be with you, but they are not balanced in the way that they realize they messed up. So they are really wanting to make up for that, and they're going to be coming through at a very strong degree here. So again, very intense energy with this relationship. It is going to be completely new, so you have to make sure to let the past go. You have to make sure to not focus on maybe bad behaviors they've had in the past. Just let all that go. Let all that go, because remember, you guys were in separation for so long. It's not worth it to bring up the past. It's not worth it to, and you're probably still in separation right now, so it's not worth it to bring up the past. It's not worth it to keep rehashing old things. And honestly, maybe you want an apology, which is okay, but I also think that maybe you've come to a place where you've given yourself your own closure. So I don't really feel like rehashing anything is what's important. What's important is expressing emotions and moving forward. That is the most important part. This person is going to express emotions to you. You're going to express emotions to them. There's more of a balance with that, and I do feel like this person is going to just tell you how they feel, and that is something that may kind of throw you off guard, because you're not expecting a 180-degree flip from them. So for pile number 3, where is this relationship going? This is something that is going to last. It's going to build. The foundation has been laid. I think you guys are understanding your energy more. Just know that the energy they come in is going to be a strong, intense energy. I do see this being a lasting relationship for number 3s. But again, be very mindful of the energy they're coming to you in. So I hope you like this kind of reading. As always, I'll see you guys in my next video.